Hi there, my beautiful Libra Scorpio. Welcome into your reading. So today we're going to be looking at what you can expect for the month of August when it comes to career and love. We're going to do sort of like express readings like we did last time. And if you're interested in getting this exactly type of reading, as you see it here on YouTube, but personalized for you, you can get that on Patreon on the Look Mama I'm Flying tier, and you'll get that email to you at the beginning of every single month. So let's get started here with some overall energy for my Libra Scorpios. What do we got? Okay. So, bottom of the deck, we have Fly, a period of ill health, depression. Okay. We also have Eels, or Hills, obstacles to overcome, Parrot, someone who will gossip about all of your secrets, Torch, spiritual development, alignment, awareness, and understanding. And then we have Club, someone will try to make you do something against your will. I feel like this Fly over here, I feel like this is not so much necessarily ill health or depression. I feel like there's perhaps a big pressure on you from yourself, because I feel like you would really love to go and accomplish something, to make something happen, but I feel like for some reason that is not possible, and I feel like it's because of a third party. So whether that is, for example, when it comes to love, maybe you would really love to be with someone, but that is not possible because they're married to someone or they're seeing someone. You would love a reconciliation, not possible. They're already with someone new. And I feel like that could be the harshest part of your month ahead, is that disappointment of you wanting to have something and not being able to. This could also be related to career, for example, when you would really love to pursue a certain career or go towards a certain job, but you have this big pressure from your family telling you, hey, no, you're going to be in the family business. Or maybe you want a specific job, but you are not able to get it because people, whoever is getting the applications and that kind of thing, don't really, don't really pay attention to your application or something like that. Like, there are going to be some obstacles here. And the thing is, I feel like this is all part of universe being universe and kind of creating some obstacles and tests because they want you to go somewhere else. So I feel like this is sort of like a detour. You may have thought that the path was there, that was the person, that was the job, that was the career. The universe has different plans for you. Okay, so I feel like throughout the month, try to keep this open mind for how things are supposed to go, where you're supposed to be led. Okay, let yourself be led. Okay, I feel like not necessarily not having control, but releasing control and trusting your intuition, trusting that you're being supported and guided. Maybe that would be the best way forward, okay, and could relieve a little bit of this tension going on. All right, let's take a look at career and see what we got and how this applies there for my Libra Scorpio. Yeah, I kind of feel like we have ancient history. We also have finances, ancient history, and nostalgia. So I feel like perhaps you would like to go back to something. Maybe your finances don't really allow it. And this going back to something could just simply be a feeling. It's like when you first started here in your current job situation, you were like super lighthearted and you really loved it. And you kind of have that nostalgia for that feeling. And you're not having it. Now you're only doing it for the money, for example, right? So I feel like that is also part of the test this month, where focus goes, energy flows, right? So I feel like if you can try and re-tap into those feelings, re-tap into that energy that you had when you first started, that could change things a whole lot. Especially if this is something where you don't have something fixed in terms of money, like a fixed salary or something. If this is like your business or something like that, I feel like the more you focus on the why you started this thing, on the positives of this thing, on the, all the lovely things that you were able to get from this, I feel like the more money is going to flood in if that has been a little bit stagnant. Okay. But I also see this as you wanting to go back to something, but your finances not allowing you to do that. It's like, I have to stay here because this is the more, financially stable option here. Okay, so let's pull some tarot to see where that goes. I also feel like you could be rethinking that. Yeah, it kind of makes sense that the Two of Swords came out. I feel like you could be rethinking a lot of your actions, the actions that you took in the past, and reviewing them. Like, was that the right choice that I made? I feel like you're really going to be overthinking and being a little bit bogged down, I guess, throughout the month. This doesn't mean that that energy cannot change. Because again, you, in a way, it can be hard to do that, but in a way you can shift that focus. You can shift those feelings and sensations, right? For example, if you're feeling down and you get a hug from the person you love the most, that automatically makes you feel safer, a little bit more, okay, I can finally breathe, right? It's like little actions, little things that you can do that can shift your whole mood. And I feel like this is something that could have that impact. So again, kind of gets back into that thing of, if this is something where you, when you start working on this, when you start this business, whatever it is, maybe you had a feeling of love, a feeling of peace, a feeling of excitement, and you don't have that anymore. Maybe go review your previous works, your previous projects. Maybe go look back at photos and think of those memories. You know, anything that you can do to bring back that energy, I feel like it could be very helpful for you this month. But more than anything, I feel like there are a couple of things that you may be blaming yourself for, and that is what is holding you back the most. I feel like you have this, because again, I feel like the biggest pressure that you have here is from yourself. There could definitely be other people for sure, but I feel like it's from yourself. And I feel like in part, it is sort of blame. I feel like you're blaming yourself for choosing a certain path, blaming yourself for not saying something, blaming yourself for whatever. And that, I feel like it's bringing your energy a lot down. Okay, so all of this to say that there is a potential for things to remain the same. There is a potential for things to go in a new direction with a lot of potential, a lot of great energy, but it is up to you. Okay, so I feel like this is going to be a bit of a challenge, but it doesn't mean that you cannot make it happen. Okay, so the more you start to work on those energies, on those feelings and sensations, emotions, the better you're going to be able to reshape this and reroute things, okay, in a new, very positive direction. All right, if you are kind of blaming yourself for something you did in the past, something you chose, try to figure out what you were able to learn from those actions. Try to figure out why you chose them at that time. You had a reason to do that, right? And so it's not about having this blame on yourself for choosing that. It's about having compassion. At that time, you thought that that was the best thing. At the time, that it was what you knew how to do best. And that is okay. It's all part of our past. And this journey that you've had from the moment you've chosen that direction until now, it has made you grow. It has taught you so many things. So I feel like one portion of this would also be like, be grateful, okay? Be careful, something is wrong here. Work that ass off. What is the other advice that we have here for you? Yeah, be grateful. There we go. Let go of control. Everything is unfolding how it's supposed to. Another message that I kind of already said, that releasing control and trusting that your guides are supporting you. Okay, but be careful, something is wrong here. I feel like it's really about understanding, where do I need to be more grateful? Where am I blaming myself? Where am I holding myself back? And where do I need to put my energy? What do I need to do, right? I feel like this work your ass off, it's not necessarily in terms of hustle and just do. No, I feel like it's about that internal changes and transformation that needs to happen, okay? So I hope that made sense for someone out there. But let's get here into love. What do we got for love for my Libra Scorpio? We have shadow work. So a little bit of the same energy. But under pressure, there we go. We have opposites attract in temporary situation. So I feel like this under pressure, where in career, I feel like it was you putting pressure on yourself. In this case, I feel like it's you perhaps putting pressure on the situation. And I feel like I feel like it's normal for you to put pressure on things that you're not seeing any development, and you're sort of like waiting, or you're like, I don't know, you were hopeful for something, and you were hopeful for something in a certain amount of time, and that is not happening. So what the hell am I still doing here, right? And I feel like that is the type of pressure that you're putting. I don't think that that is necessarily bad, but I feel like there's also this thing of, is the situation you're putting pressure on even something you want, something you're ready for? Because maybe you're thinking of a specific person, and you're like putting pressure on your guides to give you messages about that person or something like that. Or they even align with you? If you really think closely about your dream partner, about who you really want by your side for the rest of your life, are they really the person? So this is not about thinking of the qualities that they have and forgetting about the flaws. No, this is about having this blank canvas, really objective view of things, and being like, my dream partner, no names, no physical traits attached to it, nothing. Just traits, just things that are important to me to have in a partner. Maybe I need someone that is very cold and not afraid to be blunt, to get me centered. Maybe I need someone that is very compassionate and knows how to deal with my emotional ups and downs, right? People are so different, you're going to need different things. So what do you need? What do you want in a partner? And then really figure out if those traits match 100% with the person that you have in mind. On another note, if this is about like something in general, like, oh, I want love and love is not coming through. Why is that? I feel like it's important that you sort of ask yourself, are you truly ready for that? Are you still holding on to any sort of wound, any limiting belief when it comes to love? Do you feel like you are worthy of love? Right? I feel like those are all questions that you should ask yourself, as they can reveal a lot of information about the pressure that you're putting is not working. Okay? But in the end, know that this is something temporary. So whatever you're desiring to have in your love life, I feel like you're gonna have it, but it could be with this opposites attract. It could be different from what you expect. So again, if you have someone in mind, maybe it'll be a different person from that one. Maybe it'll happen in a different way or in a different timing than what you were counting on, okay? But let's pull some tarot into this and see what we got. So we have the Page of Pentacles, we have the Tower. Yeah, so here's the thing. I feel like perhaps the obstacle here, the thing that is getting in the way, is settling. I feel like the thing that is holding you back when it comes to really having the love life that you desire is that I feel like you were holding on for a page when you deserve a king. And I feel like that comes from past wounds and traumas and baggage, essentially, things unresolved. Also, perhaps a lack mindset, or maybe even abandonment issues. The Five of Pentacles can also talk about that. But I feel like perhaps you're letting your expectations be super low so you don't get disappointed. But the thing is, they are super low. They are too low. And so you're settling. And I feel like the universe doesn't want to give you something that you're settling for. Because they just know that that is going to end to heartbreak. And they know that is something that you don't want. Right? So I feel like the key for all of this is exactly what we're talking about. Who is your ideal partner? And then don't settle for anything less than that. It's not about having high expectations, high hopes. It's about having respect for yourself. And it can take years, it can take months, but that person is going to be there. And sometimes we're actually surprised on how fast that happens. Because the second I was really clear on who I wanted, the second I stopped being afraid of being picky, I met the perfect person for me within, weeks, days. I wasn't afraid to be picky. And it's not about being high expectations and that kind of thing and creating walls. No, it's about knowing your worth, knowing who you are and what you want, and having that respect for yourself that you're not going to get anything less than that. Okay? So I feel like the biggest thing for you here right now, you're settling for a page when you deserve a king. So raise those standards. Okay? Raise those standards. You deserve a lot more than this. Alrighty? let's get here some advice. Yeah, so I feel like the biggest thing here, ask for help. I feel like if you need a little help from your guides to say like, hey, you're on the right path, that kind of thing, don't be afraid to ask for a sign. But I feel like with this free like a bird and look at your shadow, there are a few things that I feel like are holding you back within yourself. Again, that thing of not feeling worthy or those old wounds and that kind of thing, that needs to be reviewed. Okay, and with this free like a bird, I feel like it's about free yourself from the restraints that you're putting on yourself and that you're putting on your standards and boundaries. Okay, you deserve to have those boundaries, you deserve to have those standards, so don't settle. And with this small things matter too, on that list that you make of your ideal partner, like literally please create a list and hold it near to you, where when you're finding someone, you know, you meet someone and you kind of go through that list of traits, and if something doesn't match, it doesn't match. Bye, thank you, next. Right? The small little things do matter too. Okay, so it may seem really irrelevant, but for you it may be really relevant and it may be really important. Okay, so let's get you here a couple of things that you can do to have fun, as we always do, to finish this up. And these are stuff that you can do alone, you can do with friends, with someone else, whatever you prefer, but this just serves as a little inspiration for you to have fun and enjoy life. So we have movie night, art gallery, we have Mexican night, sport event, and wine and cheese. So feel free to pause this and screenshot this if you want to keep as a little reminder throughout the month. But this is what I have for you. So if you're interested in getting that personal monthly reading on Patreon, where extra readings, the link is going to be down below. You'll also find decks, my decks like this one, my journals, my merch, anything you need, it's going to be in the description box below, including my tarot course. So if any of that fantasy offenses your eyes, then definitely have a look. But with that being said, thank you so much for being here. I love you very, very much. I wish you all the best, and hopefully we'll talk very, very soon. Bye-bye.